The Girl and the Horse with a Champion's Bloodline. In the quiet countryside of Northern America, there once stood a horse farm called Silver Wind, a place once known far and wide for producing race champions. It was built by David, a veteran horse trainer who, as people said, could understand horses just by looking into their eyes. He had raised more champions than anyone else in the region. Among the sound of galloping hooves and the scent of fresh hay, his only daughter, Mai, grew up. From a young age, she knew every neigh, every heartbeat of those horses. While her friends dreamed of city lights and fancy clothes, Mai loved sitting by the wooden fence, listening to her father talk about the races, about fear, courage, and how a horse could feel the heart of its rider. Time passed. Mai went to college, got married to Ethan, a kind-hearted engineer who adored her deeply. Their life was simple, a small house, 2 children, peaceful evenings. Mai thought her life as a family woman was complete. The days of horses and racetracks seemed far behind her. But life, as it always does, changed without warning. One morning, she received a call. Her father had suffered a stroke. When she arrived home, he was already too weak to speak much. With trembling hands, he whispered his final words. "Keep Silver Wind alive. It still has the soul of the horses." Then he was gone. Left behind was a once great farm, now buried in debt, with decaying barns and empty stalls. The bank demanded repayment. Relatives told her to sell it, to move on. No one believed a housewife who had long left the racetrack could revive the glory of Silverwind. That night, as Mai walked alone through the silent stables, she heard a faint sound, a weak, fragile neigh. In the corner lay a newborn foal, trembling, barely able to stand. Beside it, its mother, Wind Queen, a long-distance champion, had died giving birth. As Mai knelt beside the tiny creature, grief and something else, something like destiny, welled up inside her. She soon learned the foal's father was Thunderbolt, a world sprinting champion. The foal carried the bloodline of 2 legends. Mai looked into its eyes and whispered, "I'll call you Storm, because only a storm can bring life back after the silence." The days that followed were brutal. The farm was broke. Workers quit. Only Mai, a few old horses, and Storm remained. Every morning before sunrise, Mai shoveled hay, fed the horses, then drove miles to meet lenders and sponsors. At night, she pored over her father's old notebooks, studying every scribble about training methods and horse psychology. Storm was fragile, often sick. Once, after a severe fever, the vet told her to give up. "He won't make it." But Mai refused. She stayed up for days, nursing him, keeping him warm, whispering to him through tears. "Father believed in you. I believe too. We'll fight this together, okay, Storm?" By spring, Storm stood tall again, stronger, faster. His mane shimmered under sunlight, and when he ran, it felt like the wind itself was alive. But what struck Mai most wasn't his speed. It was his eyes. There was something in them that reminded her of her father, fierce, steady, fearless. She began training Storm herself, not with whips or pressure, but with understanding. Every dawn she ran alongside him, syncing her heartbeat with his stride. When he flinched at sudden sounds, she placed her hand on his forehead and whispered, "It's okay. I'm right here." Day after day, they learned from each other. Locals started talking, calling her the woman who speaks to horses. Some laughed, others admired. Mai didn't care. She knew she was building something real.
3 years later, Storm entered his first major race, the Silver Cup. The stands were packed. Everyone was curious to see if the housewife's horse could compete. At the start, Storm stumbled, too slow. Disappointment spread through the crowd. But in the final stretch, something ignited in him. He surged forward, hooves pounding like thunder, overtaking horse after horse. When he crossed the finish line first, the crowd erupted. Mai rushed onto the track, tears streaming down her face. She hadn't just won a race, she had proven that faith can bring anything back to life. From then on, Storm's name became legendary. He won regional, then national, then continental titles. Reporters wrote about the mysterious bond between the widow and her horse. But Mai's victories were quiet ones. Each time Storm triumphed, she returned to the old photo of her father and whispered, "Father, Silver Wind is alive again." Instead of expanding the farm for profit, Mai used the prize money to rebuild Silver Wind as a sanctuary for rescued horses and a school for children to learn compassion through animals. The farm became a symbol of healing and rebirth, not just racing. The pinnacle came when Storm was 7 years old. He qualified for the World Grand Derby, the most prestigious race on earth, held in Dubai. Mai knew this would be his last race. Age was catching up. Hundreds of the world's finest horses gathered, trained by the best teams money could buy. The night before the race, Mai sat beside Storm's stall, brushing his mane gently as the desert wind whispered through the cracks. "No matter what happens tomorrow, I'm already proud of you. You gave me strength when I had none." At dawn, the signal gun fired. Storm bolted forward like a silver arrow. His rivals were stronger, younger, but none had a heart like his. As they neared the final curve, Storm began to falter, exhausted, drenched in sweat. From the stands, Mai shouted with all her heart, "Go, Storm! For father, for me, for Silver Wind!" Something in her voice cut through the roar of the crowd. Storm's ears twitched, and with one last burst of energy, he soared past the others, crossing the finish line first. The stadium exploded in cheers. Tears rolled down Mai's cheeks. She knew, wherever her father was, he was smiling. From that day, Mai and Storm became legends. Magazines called them the pair of faith. But to Mai, the greatest title wasn't champion of the world. It was simply being able to live out her father's lesson that between humans and horses, between humans and life itself, there is only one bond that endures: faith and love. Years later, Storm passed away peacefully in the same pasture where he once trained. Mai buried him under the biggest oak tree on the farm, engraving the words, "Here lies Storm, the horse who taught humans how to stand tall after the storm." Every evening, when the sun dipped below the hills, Mai would stand by that tree, looking out at the old racetrack. The wind would blow through the fields, and if you listened closely, you could still hear the echo of hooves, the spirit of Storm, forever running free. Every one of us has a storm, a fragile dream, a piece of faith, a part of ourselves we think is too weak to survive. But if we nurture it, believe in it, and never give up, it will one day become the strength that leads us to victory.